and that's the important thing here, especially one that might get up on the pace and handle it.
Okay, as we check out the latest in tote betting, I can tell you Ha Ha is unders on the tote. Susie Gray likewise. Value Miss Helter Skelter. Similar Brief Embrace for Toon is still value, believe it or not, with that late scratching. And Ravenswood, the one that was spec'd at monstrous odds in, is still value on the tote. So that gives you an idea. They're about to be called into line. Ian Craig standing by. This is our $8 million day of racing, and we rejoin Ian Craig.
Brendan's now with us. So for Toon 310 with Spinning Hill, who won this race in 2000 and 2001 and ran second to Fair Embrace last year. But unfortunately, just recapping for our home audience who've just joined us, when the horse went onto the track, she slipped, she went down, Patrick Payne catapulted out of the saddle, then she bolted, and ultimately a late scratching. And Dane Beam coming forward now. She's in gate 9. The stalls are back and they're off, and a Sophisticat missed it hopelessly. And wide out on the track, Dane Beam and Fatoon closer in away well. So too Provokes, a length and a half. Then Ravenswood. Ha Ha, Miss Helter Skelter driving along the rails from Susie Gray. Dropping out to second last is Brief Embrace. And after a very tardy start, Sophisticat's last as they leave the 800 peg behind them now. And the favourite Fatoon draws to a clear-cut lead. Provoke second. Dane Beam is back to third. Then Miss Helter Skelter to Ravenswood, wider out Ha Ha. 2 lengths to Brief Embrace around the grey Susie Gray and a couple Sophisticat. Inside the 600, little or no change in the order, and Greg Childs has Fatoon leading nicely. A length on Provokes, 1.5 to Dane Beam and a couple then to Miss Helter Skelter slapped along. Then Ravenswood, Ha Ha, and the others are headed by Brief Embrace. Straightening up now, and Fatoon on top of the rise, a half length on Provokes, who's running a mighty race. And these two lead a couple of lengths on Dane Beam, Ravenswood, and then Miss Helter Skelter. And Brief Embrace. Fatoon on the inside is fighting back and nearing the 100. Fatoon draws a half length on Provokes, and Miss Helter Skelter third. Fatoon is pulling out enough, and Fatoon will win it. It's Fatoon pretty well all the way from Provokes and Miss Helter Skelter. Brief Embrace in company with Ravenswood for fourth, and then over on the rails next, Dane Beam, Ha Ha, Susie Gray, Sophisticat. And if you've joined in late, Spinning Hill was a late scratching at 12:33.
Early double to Greg Childs for Toon for Clary Connors, beating Provokes, and Miss Helter Skelter, and those two, Richard settled down to fight it out, turning for home.
Once again, the same pattern. They both jumped to the front. Fatoon led on the fence. Provokes sat right outside it, and the further they went down the straight, the further they got in front. So once again, this pattern of leaders around the corner here, going on to win the race. Now, Fatoon's got good form. Her wet track form is probably not well established at this stage, but does have some form on shifty ground. But there you go, she's really pulled it out here today. Provokes did nothing wrong, and it was a good run, you know, to battle on. And down the outside, the third horse, I'm just trying to pick up which one it is. Miss Helter Skelter it was, has done well to make up ground. About the only horse that's make up ground for the whole race meeting so far, but all honours with Fatoon.
Joe McKinnon.
Clary Connors, smiling broadly, congratulations.
Thanks very much, yeah. I want to say since she come back this time, she's much stronger, and you know, I think we all think she should have won last week at Rosehill. Should be this time back for 3 wins, but she's had 2 wins and a good second, and she's racing very well.
What's the immediate plan with her after today?
Oh, I'll talk to the doctor, so he's the boss, and we'll talk to him and see what we want to do. But you know, she's just come back a lovely filly, that's all. And she's pretty strong this time.
Okay, well done.
Thank you very much.
Warwick Farm trainer Clary Connors wrapped with the effort of Fatoon today to win the Sapphire Stakes. Another leader winning here, Brendan.
And those colours were worn by Doncaster winner a few years ago, those of His Excellency Nasaluta. Remember the course?
No? The sprint by?
No.
No.
Secret Savings.
Secret Savings, yes. Good
son,
stallion.
Dash for Cash, is running in this afternoon's Doncaster.
Yes, Dash for Cash there by Secret Savings. Well, who knows, you know, it might be a repeat performance by the son of the father, but tell you what, he'll want to be able to get through the wet. And on the race meeting so far, he'll want to be able to lead.
He led the other day, and only one horse beat him home.
Correct.
That was Lonhro at Rosehill Gardens. It's 6, 8, 4 and 5. If you've taken first fours, you've seen your race time on screen, and there is Greg Childs, a winning double. But back at Eagle Farm, Larry Caulfield, as we await correct weight report from Eagle Farm, where on course demographic on the tote, firms right in. Pom de Hare, though, remains the total elect. Here's Greg Miles.
The others down to the bottom aren't really wanted. Secret Desire around $12, similar sort of price on track. But Demographic, the likely leader in the race, is the best tried in it. First race saw an all-the-way victory to French Bid. Most of them set. Lady Sophia's about to come along. Gary Mathrick took the 3 kilos. Far Side out behind the line will race without the blinkers today. And Princess Brooke, they're the ones we need. She'll jump from the outside barrier. Jockey's reporting that it's dead or even a touch on the worst side. Mark Guest spoke to a lot of the riders who went round in the first. Definitely no chance of an upgrade. First winner might head to Adelaide after its impressive win. Now they're set. Ready to go. 1400 for race 2. All clear. Racing, and Princess Brooke a little slow. First out, Nulotra. Tequila Nottage jumped away quickly from Lady Sophia going forward. Up there too is Demographic driving for the lead, and Pom de Here's not far off the speed as they settle into stride. And it's a good tussle for the lead. Demographic moving up on the outside, going to the lead over Tequila Nottage. Lady Sophia third and Nulotra's fourth. A length away fifth on the outside is the favourite Pom de Here, and she's being followed then by Raven Protector. Secret Desire a neck away on the outside, and then 2 lengths to Kelashani Star, Far Side and Princess Brooke last of all. 700 left to go. Demographic by a length and a half here. Tequila Nottage second, with on the outside Lady Sophia, a length and a half Nulotra. Then came Pom de Here, 2 lengths further back Secret Desire as they go past the 600, and then Raven Protector. 2 Kelashani Star, Far Side and Princess Brooke as last. Demographic comes to the turn by a length and a half here from Lady Sophia under pressure 3 wide. Tequila Nottage the centre, Nulotra getting away from the rail. Pom de Here has to come 5 wide with her run. Into the straight now, Nulotra shot to the lead. Down the outside is Pom de Here finishing strongly, and Secret Desire's coming wider, and Kelashani Star is getting a run on the inside. Kelashani Star 100 to go, moved up and took the lead. Pom de Here after it, and Secret Desire. Kelashani Star in front. Pom de Here trying to level up with Secret Desire, but Kelashani Star wins it by a long neck to Secret Desire, a nose to Pom de Here. Then Princess Brooke, who got home on the inside for fourth, and next to finish in the race then Far Side from well back. Nulotra couldn't go on the last 200. Demographic tied, then Raven Protector, Lady Sophia and Tequila Nottage dropped out to last.
Oh, a blowout result. Kelashani Star. Russell Cleland at Mornington. Sam Highland in the saddle. And it's a second career win in just 8 starts. Kelashani Star. Any old odds. Runners beginning to parade here at Randwick as we watch the low angle and await second and third to come through at Caulfield. Oakbank is our next port of call, and it's due to go 7 from now. Now the 2,900 metre hurdle, let's check out the latest in betting details. Sky Ratings at Oakbank went 1 from 3 and 5, but Medipal has been very firm in betting here. $2.10, odds on elsewhere. Second pick Refugee, and then Tortrice as the third elect in betting. Check over the page and the odd minute Sharebrokers hurdle. Now runners parading here at
Short on track, $2.20. And we welcome our Sky Racing audience in for the first of the jumping races as well today. The Ord Minnett Sharebrokers hurdle over the 2,900 metres. This race has been split in previous years, but only the 9 to go round today. Medipal is a trial winner here, and apparently was hard held in that trial as Crown Sirdar pulls away. There's 12 jumps. They go behind the hill once, where Ron Paps is on top of that hill. And the last one to move in looks to be Crown Sirdar. David Tootle replaces B Park. Race 5, number 5, Cloudy Palace. Apparently Brian Park won't make the trip. Later on, the replacement is Wayne Kerford for him in race 8. Set to go, 3 in the back straight. 3 in the back, and they're off and racing now. Top Carla was away well, nicely into stride. Medipal, Alias Prince, pushing through ground speed, and Refugee is now mustering toe also. Then Night Reflector as they come to the first now, and over they go. Behind those Tortrice from Alias Prince, Crown Sirdar dropped out last, and Nastive Edition was about 5th and starts to move up. Over the second, Refugee took up the running and led, and joined by Nastive Edition on the outside. A length and a half to Top Carla. 4th on the inside was Ground Speed, and a length to Medipal as they're over the third in the back straight the first time. Then came Night Reflector, 2 lengths away Tortrice. About 3 to Alias Prince, and last is Crown Sirdar. They come down the hill the first time, And there's 4 in the home straight, of which only 2 are jumped on the second round. And the leader is Refugee, about 1.5 lengths in front. Second is Nastiv Edition. In third place, Ground Speed over on the inside, and wider out was Top Carla. Medipal getting plenty of galloping room in the centre, was running 5th. Just stepped over that a little awkwardly for mine, Medipal, followed by Night Reflector, Tortrice. Alias Prince back against the rails, being followed by Crown Sirdar at the tail. They come to the one near the winning post, and Refugee on the inside, joined again by Nastiv Edition. 3 lengths away, Top Carla. Then 1.5 lengths back to Ground Speed, and on its outside, Medipal, the favourite, travels well. Then 1 length to Night Reflector, followed by Tortrice. Second last is Alias Prince, and last of all is Crown Sirdar.
Behind the hill now, and here the leader Refugee by 1.5 lengths to in second placing Nastiv Edition. Over on the outside, third Top Carla, fourth Medipal. They're only jogging though. Back in behind those then came Night Reflector, Ground Speed, Tortrice improving between them as they come to the jump behind the hill, and further back behind those then Crown Sirdar. Up and over they go, and last of all is Alias Prince. Refugee led. Top Carla switched to the inside but got cut out and had to steady off the heels there. Around them goes Night Reflector. Tortrice continues to improve. Nastiv Edition now dropped the bit and is hard-ridden. Medipal had to duck up on its inside, and they were followed by Crown Sirdar. Further back, Ground Speed, and last of all is Alias Prince.
So they're in the back straight for the final time. 3 in the back, and the leader now, Night Reflector, on the outside of Refugee. Nothing between them. 2 lengths away, Tortrice. A nectar, Top Carla, and Medipal's jumped well, and he's starting his run now, the favourite. He's moving up now. About 3 lengths away, Crown Sirdar. 4 to Alias Prince, Ground Speed, and Nastiv Edition looks like being retired. They're almost on top of the hill as Medipal made his run now. The favourite quickly raced up and dashed to the lead. Medipal under a hold from the jockey. Second, Tortrice. Third, Night Reflector. Then came on the inside Refugee, Crown Sirdar, Top Carla, and Alias Prince making some ground. There's 2 left to jump, 400 to run, and Medipal on the flat, sprinted like a 1,000-metre horse. He raced 5 in front of Tortrice, Crown Sirdar. Then came Refugee over the second last. Oh, they said he could jump, this bloke. He jumps like a gazelle. It's Medipal, about 6 in front, 1 to get over. Let's keep the eyes on him. Ah, through he goes. What a jumper this bloke is. Medipal's 10, 12, 14 in front of Crown Sirdar. Then Tortrice, and Medipal scored by 15 lengths. Second, Crown Sirdar, 1.5 lengths. Tortrice. Third, what have we uncovered here? Then Alias Prince, a big gap away the others. Refugee, Night Reflector, Top Carla, Ground Speed, and Nastiv Edition did not complete the course, but the horse is safe, and so is the jockey. They're cantering down the straight.
What a way for Tony McAvoy to bring up his 500th winner since taking over at Lindsay Park. Medipal absolutely spacing them in the first of the jumps races at Oakbank. Steve Pateman in the saddle, and Medipal races away to collect the cash. 3, 5 and 4. Well, we're 5 minutes off. This next on the card at Randwick. Terry Kennedy's out in the Bookmakers Auditorium. Terry, what's the mail on course?
I can tell you what, they only come for one horse here, Brendan, and it happens to be County Tyrone. Certainly has been well and truly backed. It's about the same as it is on the tote at the moment, around the $4.50 mark. You are still getting massive value on the tote, though. Spirit of Westbury, Grand City, and Bedouin. So if you like them, throw them into the multis. But really, the one the punters have come for, and aren't they warming up? The weather hasn't kept the cash away. The cash is now coming out, and it's going on County Tyrone, which has been very well supported in the ring. It's in a good couple of points and a little bit...
Yeah, Stowaway, local hope here. He's trained on the track. Gai Waterhouse's horses go very well on the track. I'd be sticking with the wet trackers, though. Spirit of Westbury, Grey Song. I think County Tyrone's got good wet track form as well. But we'll just have to see if that pattern of leading and winning is maintained.
County Tyrone clearly the best back runner, a clear cut on course favourite, value on the tote as we rejoin Ian Craig.
Good. Lees, County Tyrone. He should appreciate the rain-affected ground, County Tyrone. His last 2 runs have been very good at Rose Hill behind Hebe Reeby, and prior to that behind National Treasure. Field of 17 in the chairman's. Henderson Bay joined top weight with 56.5. And Henderson Bay won it last year, ridden by Darryl McClellan. He beat Homewrecker and Asia. Previous for 2, number 6, Greg Childs beat 8 Provokes, 4 Third Miss, Helter Skelter, 5 4th Brief Embrace, Late Scratching, Spinning Hill, Kriyanka number 10 from Toowoomba won the second, and Gullcatcher number 9 won the first. Now over here at the 2400 for the chairmans, only a couple to move in, Grand City and Laguna Lake. So only the 2 out. Big go here for County Tyrone, and the Newcastle gelding on the tote in New South Wales is $4.60 and $2.10. Now the rider is out of the saddle from Laguna Lake. That is Daryl McClellan. As I was saying, he won it last year on Henderson Bay. Daryl. Laguna Lake at times can be a trifle fractious behind the barrier stalls. One of his stablemates still away, Grand City. Be interesting to see the pattern here and how the leaders kick on in the last 100, because it's been leaderish so far, with Gullcatcher all the way in the first, Krianka all the way in the second, and Fortune pretty well the same in the third of the day. This is over 2,400, and we'll be watching with interest to see how horses from behind are getting to the line. And we're ready for a start in the Chairman's Handicap, the San Miguel Chairman's. 2,400 is the journey. And the gates are back, and there they go. And the New Zealander Honor Babe didn't jump all that quickly. Time Off was away nicely. And the same for Mr. Trickster and Grand City coming across looking for the lead. Stowaway not far back with Bedouin. And then National Treasure and Here's Ronnie, followed by Spirit of Westbury. Then Henderson Bay Bow, followed by Grey Song, Phenomenal View. Honor Bay picking up some ground on the inside of Laguna Lake, and 3 deep the favourite County Tyrone. Second last is Icy Pride, and last of all another 2 away Curator Storm. Out of the straight they run, going along towards the 1,800 marker. They're stringing out, and Grand City leads Mr. Trickster by 3 parts of a length, 3 or 4 to Time Off, whose rider had a peep over the right shoulder, saw the grey next on the inside rail. That is Stowaway on the inside, in fact, of Here's Ronnie, 2.5 to Bedouin, and then Henderson Bay, National Treasure, Bow wide, and then Spirit of Westbury, followed by Grey Song. Then County Tyrone out deep from Phenomenal View, Honor Babe, Laguna Lake, Icy Pride, and still last of all is Curator Storm. 1,400 out on the Chairman's, and Mr. Trickster goes to a clear-cut lead now. And Mr. Trickster opens up about 4.5 lengths. Grand City, Stowaway, Time Off. Here's Ronnie, Bow, No Luck, National Treasure on the aluminium. 1.5 lengths further back is Grey Song, followed closely by Bedouin. Henderson Bay is wide, and then Spirit of Westbury, followed by Honor Babe. County Tyrone is out off the track. So too Curator Storm, endeavouring to make ground. Icy Pride, Phenomenal View, and Laguna Lake is last. Well, it's Mr. Trickster holding a commanding lead, and down towards the 850 it's Mr. Trickster, about 6 or 7. Grand City, Time Off, Stowaway. Then Bowie is Ronnie, followed by National Treasure, wedged away. 1.5 lengths Henderson Bay and Bedouin. Grey Song locked up, and then Curator Storm, County Tyrone, Phenomenal View, and then Spirit of Westbury, Honor Babe, Laguna Lake, and Icy Pride is last. Mr. Trickster down to the turn, 500 out, is coming back quickly, leads Stowaway 3, 1/2 to Grand City, 1 length to Time Off, and then National Treasure, followed by Grey Song, who's looking for the way through, and County Tyrone grinds around them with the Kiwi, Phenomenal View, and then Laguna Lake. They've got Mr. Trickster. County Tyrone is spreading quickly. Grey Song got the run. Honor Babe's made ground, and Laguna Lake's coming into it, but on the inside it's Grey Song. Grey Song from the Kiwi, Honor Babe, but Grey Song is holding Honor Babe, and then County Tyrone, and Grey Song wins the Chairman's. A beautiful run at the right time, and Grey Song beat Honor Babe and County Tyrone, followed by Laguna Lake, and then Icy Pride and Bedouin. Spirit of Westbury, Here's Ronnie, and then Henderson Bay, Phenomenal View, then National Treasure, followed by Bow. Mr. Trickster gave up, followed by Curator Storm, Time Off, Grand City, and Stowaway last to complete the course.
Scraping Paint with Stephen King with Grey Song. It was a daring ride, but a winning ride, Richard Freedman.
Yes, we saw the leader go out, Mr. Trickster, very hard. It looked like on the corner he'd probably had enough. He was starting to be ridden along. Was watching for horses to come down the outside as Honor Babe and County Tyrone did, but up along the fence, Grey Song. You see him taking over along the fence there now. He's a noted wet tracker. He loves the ground. He eats mud. And he just forged to the front here and then kept batting along, which would suit a horse from Victoria to have the rail to follow. And notice the winner has come along the fence. The leaders came along the fence. Is this bias towards leaders, or is it a bias towards the inside running rail? It's hard to tell, but Grey Song hard up against it, Scraping Paint. went on to win by about 1.5 lengths, 2 lengths from Honor Babe and County Tyrone, a very, very good Sydney Cup trial, rolling home into 3rd spot.
I tell you what is a good...
Tight and Honor Babe up onto the fence. Whether they bump, that's probably going to be the difference here, Brendan, and the distance at the end of the race, I suppose, because Grey Song did change course and seemed to just inconvenience the runner-up Honor Babe.
OK, so we'll await other angles to come through, but it's at the 350-metre mark, the alleged interference, and Grey Song from Honor Babe. Honor Babe's rider has fired in that protest, so news through from the stewards' room as soon as it is available. In the meantime, Caulfield, let's head back trackside. Alf Matthews with the late mail.
Thanks very much, Brendan. That horse on screen, number 5, You're the Top, is the late mail. I'm expecting it to race right up on the speed. Nice horse. I think he can go on this preparation, coming off a very good performance at Sale last start, winning by some 3.5 lengths. Does really look well. And I'm pleased to say it has been the best backed horse on...
His preparation is the Sydney Cup, and as far as I'm concerned, it was a very soft win. He wouldn't beat.
Yeah, but we're not about trying to estimate how much is left in the tank by Stephen King. We'll estimate it on a 3/4 length margin. That's what we have in front of us. Yes. Did I understand you to say that you felt you cleared him when you went across to the fence?
I think on the side-on shot you can see when I've finally gone to the fence, I'd cleared Karen. I don't think his momentum had ever stopped.
Let's just look at it here, and let's just look at that matter.
On this side, which I'm talking.
Well, we can ascertain when you go across him by looking at the head-on and then marrying it up. Do you agree there at 32.07 you commenced to cross him?
Yes, sir.
How far in front do you say you are looking at the side-on?
Well, I would say close to a length.
Close to a length, all right.
But I haven't actually crossed him at that stage, sir, as you can see.
Yeah. All right. Kieran McAvoy, any question of Stephen King?
No, sir.
No. All right. Now we go to Ms. Alexander. Any question of either party, or any question or any statement you'd like to make?
No questions, sir. Just the statement that, yeah, in my opinion, Stephen King's horse was skying its head prior to the 300-metre mark, obviously looking for a way to go. Our mare was settled on the fence, commencing a run, and knowing the character of our mare, knowing that she needs to wind up in her racing after seeing clear space, she would have been in the throes of commencing that run strongly.
All right. Mrs. Ingram, is there any question of any party or any statement you'd like to make on behalf of the owners? No.
Well, just a statement perhaps to endorse what Katrina said. To me, looking at that side-on shot, there's no way that Grey Song was clear of our mare before he went in front of her. His hindquarters were level with her, just a front patch of her shoulders, but not clear of her.
Yeah, but of course that doesn't get you to the line. You've got to be able to show that you were going to beat him had it not been for that interference, and that's a matter we'll give consideration to as well. Now over to Mr. Hughes. Any question of any party or any statement you'd wish to make?
No, I just agree with Stephen, and I don't think Kieran McAvoy stopped riding at any stage, so I can't see the interference being severe enough for the protest to be upheld.
Well, Richard Freedman's been in the stewards' room a bit earlier. Richard, what did you make of all of that, what we've just heard?
I think that Honor Babe has been somewhat interfered with by Grey Song. I mean, Kieran McAvoy was forced to change direction. Not a lot of riding interference. He wasn't stopped from riding the horse out, and I think that Grey Song will hold this. I don't think there's much doubt about that, but nevertheless there has been some interference there. But they must establish that the interference was enough for Honor Babe to have cost it the win. Not just get closer, it has to have cost it the win, and I think that's what they're going to have trouble establishing.
OK, well, we'll await news from the protest room. Eagle Farm, correct weight is there. Starthy Conceded, strange conflict proving too good. Back at Caulfield, here's Greg Miles.
They fancy in the bookmakers' ring as You're the Top. It's the best tried in it, and it's a similar price on and off course now. There's been some money too for No More Rules. It's been well tried. Here's Chatline coming up now for John Didham. No Bull is moving into the stalls. Scold coming up now for Vlad Durick. Scold is ready, having just its third race start, stepping up a grade here. El Barato comes to town with two impressive victories at the Provincials. Sam Harland on board, scored in the previous big odds victory on Kalashani Star. He's on the favourite here, albeit an easing favourite. Now Royal World is coming in. There's a big weight and an outside barrier to overcome. Tony Carson on board. Royal Rule is set. So You're the Top is going to complete the lineup now. Half-brother to the very handy Sydney galloper Arlington Road. Now in he goes, so they're ready to run. No More Rules has the inside. The all clear is there for the third, and they're racing now. Alvarado out the back early in company with Scold, and No More Rules, one of the first out with Ice Cream, and You're the Top is coming across from the outside barrier, and with good pace early, he's cleared the field. You're the Top on top by 2 lengths to Cook Street. Ice Cream, No More Rules back to fourth now. Then Sensational Swing, Royal Rule travelling wide, a length and a half then to Noble, who's caught deep too. On the outside of Chatline, and Aqua Royal getting through on the inside. 2 behind these is Alvarado, trailed by Civics and Scold. Last of all, 12 off the leader. At the 800, You're the Top trying to steady down. He's out by a length and 3/4. Cook Street came across to sit second, and No More Rules is third. Ice Cream is 3/4 away fourth, and then Aqua Royal on the inside, being trailed by Royal Rule, who's wide, and then Sensational Swing. Alvarado's making some ground on the inside from Noble, Chatline, Civics, and Scold is last. You're the Top led at the 400 metres by 3/4 to Cook Street. No More Rules under the whip, then Aqua Royal, followed by Ice Cream, and about 3 lengths away Alvarado. You're the Top round the bend in front of Cook Street. No More Rules, and then Aqua Royal and Alvarado getting to the outside, but You're the Top as well clear. 150 to go. He opened up by 3 lengths. Aqua Royal runs into second placing on the outside of No More Rules. It's You're the Top in front. He's getting a little tight. Aqua Royal's running a good race second, but it's You're the Top first. Aqua Royal a half length away second. No More Rules third. Alvarado plugged on into fourth, and then came Scold with a break to Cook Street, who weakened. Ice Cream was next to go over the line from Sensational Swing, Royal Rule. Civics never came into it, then Chatline, and Noble was last of all.
The value bet collecting the cash. You're the Top, prepared by Rick Hall-Lacey, Bryce Deakerman in the saddle, beating Aqua Royal, No More Rules. So 5, 10 and 7 across the line, race number 3. Confirming protest here has been dismissed as we watched You're the Top kick clear, the Belong to Me 3-year-old, and we'll have interim details there very soon. So that protest was quickly dismissed. As we're on the countdown to the first of our big money races, the heroic William Inglis Championship, $1 million. Now, if you're wondering why we have 2 race callers there, Ron Papps and Hilton Donaldson, because from the main race calling tower, you can't see all of the action. Hence the reason for Ron Papps being up position where he is, where the vantage point at the back of the track is a lot better. Now, New Zealand, we have a race chiming in, which is the 8th race on the card. A check of Sky Rating, Sedekram, ahead of Critic Millennium and Ernest William. 5 from 2, 3 and 6. Sedekram, the Faltat horse, is well fancied in betting. Later on this afternoon, there's been plenty of conjecture with a few of the non-wet track runners going around, but one flying fancy who goes around in the Galaxy is called Star of Florida, and he's journeyed down from Queensland. His trainer, Pat Duff's, with Richard Friedman.
Well, hey, Pat, great to speak with you. Welcome down to Sydney, but you're a regular visitor anyway. Now, Star of Florida, he has never seen a rain-affected surface in either track work or in a race.
That is a fact, Richard. It's amazing because throughout his career, he's always contested hard ground, fast and fast time. So, you know, it's anyone's guess, isn't it?
Well, you've drawn quite well. You've drawn 6, and you've got a bit of speed out wide with Century Kid, who's drawn 13. Now, will he be able to cross and lead you? Because I reckon he'll have a go.
Well, he may try, but I doubt it very much if he'll head us off.
You're confident you can hold him out?
Yes, I'm quite confident of that. I don't know whether I can beat him at the finish, but I think we'll lead him for the first 400 anyway.
Now, they say that a wet track makes a race a little bit longer than it normally would be. Now, it's a